what we have to understand is that the terrorist attacks in Brussels were predictable because in August 2015, the Islamic State published a video on the net in which it said, I quote, "This is not a threat or just empty words. This is a declaration of war and the programs are ready. We will hit any place in Belgium, libraries, schools, hospitals, shopping streets, nightclubs, any place in which infidels, kuffar in Arabic, could be found. We will kill all the infidels. There are no innocent victims. We will kill them just as they'll kill us." Is it clear? In the next days, weeks, months and years, terror will reign in your cities, in your streets and in your bedrooms. That's what the Islamic State published last year. So the European should not be surprised of these attacks.
What do you think Europe now need to do?
Europe has to understand that we are living now a religious war declared by the Islamic States and the Muslim brothers against the Occident. And in this war, they will use many means. For example, the Muslim brothers are speaking of a peaceful conquest of Europe by means of appeal to Islam and massive migration of Muslim migrants to Europe. But the Islamic States want to dominate Europe by threat and by coercion through violent attacks.
2001 we see Al-Qaeda, now we see ISIS, and it seems like the world not understand, not take any lessons from this event.
There is a basic difference between Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. For Al-Qaeda, it was important to have attacks showing to Europe and to the Occident and to the United States that they should not attack Islam. They should not attack in Afghanistan and in Iraq and so on. But the aim of the Islamic State is deeply different. They want the politic domination of the world by Islam through coercion, through violence. And this is a program, and this is the main difference. So if they didn't learn, if the Occident, the West, didn't learn the lesson in 2001, it has to learn the lesson now in 2016.
Maybe a lot of people forgot. The Chancellor of Germany, Angela Merkel, decide to take a lot of people from Syria. And they have a lot of intelligence agency in Europe. And why? They don't say to her, listen, this is not good. This is not good for the country. Yeah, you're going to be a lot of terrorist attack here.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, in 2015, about 1 million, more than 1 million migrants entered Germany. Among them, the estimation is that between 2,500 and 5,000 jihadists entered with these migrants. So the threat is a real threat on Europe. As a matter of fact, the decision of Merkel was a bad one, for sure, for Europe. And the Germans themselves told it in the last elections in 3 landers, in 3 parts of Germany, in a regional election, where the party of Merkel didn't succeed in any of them. And the right-wing party of Alternative für Deutschland, which is opposed categorically to migration, received between 10 and 23% of the voices.
What do you think the opinion of ISIS about Israel? Maybe they're afraid to attack us?
Yeah, the basic opinion of the Islamic States concerning Israel is that Israel should be destroyed because the land on which we are now is part of Dar el-Islam. it has been conquered in the 7th century by Muslims, so it is forever Muslim land. But we have a strong army, and they have a more urgent problem in Iraq, in Syria, and concerning the other Muslim countries where they see that frontiers between Muslim states should be destroyed and not exist at all, because there is only one Islamic nation, Ummah, and it shouldn't be a state of different states and many states, only one, the Islamic State.
Dr. Arera, you have to say to us, how do you see the next months on Europe?
It depends what Europe will decide. Up to now, they signed an agreement with Turkey concerning the migrants. And this agreement is a very strange one. For each migrant who will leave Western Europe, they will receive a Syrian migrant from Turkey. And this, more than this, the number is limited to about 70,000. What will happen after that, no one knows. More than this, Turkish citizens will be allowed to get into Western Europe without a visa from the beginning of 2017. When you know that millions of Turkish Muslims are living now in Western Europe, including in Belgium and in Germany, it will be a real problem.
Dr. Efraim Arera, expert to Islam, it was a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you very much too.